The dim light of the space station flickered across the metal walls as Kale hurried down the narrow corridor. He had been sent to deliver supplies to the mercenary quarters, a routine task that should have been quick. But today, something felt off. Kale had always heard stories about the mercenaries stationed here. They were fierce, skilled, and utterly unpredictable. Among them was Serena, a tall alien warrior with silver-blue skin and piercing violet eyes. Rumors whispered that she never tolerated intrusion, never allowed anyone near her private quarters. Kale had always admired her from a distance, careful never to cross the invisible line. But today, fate had a strange sense of humor. As he reached the supply room outside her quarters, a sudden movement caught his eye. A shadow slipped behind the half-open door. Before he could react, Kale's foot caught on a loose panel, sending him stumbling forward. His eyes widened in horror as the door creaked open, revealing Serena, completely exposed, scrambling to cover herself. I'm so sorry," Kale shouted, stumbling backward. His heart pounded, and his ears burned. He had seen something no human was meant to see. Something forbidden. Serena's eyes blazed like molten metal. For a moment, she didn't speak. Then, in a voice that was calm yet terrifying, she said, "You have seen me, fully. That means, you claim me." Kale froze. His mind raced. Claim her? That couldn't be real. This was insane. I didn't mean to," he stammered, his words tumbling over themselves. "It was an accident. I didn't see anything on purpose." But Serena's expression softened slightly, not completely, but enough to make Kale notice. She gestured for him to follow her. "You have 24 hours to understand what this means," she said, turning sharply and walking down the corridor. Kale had no choice but to follow. The next hours were a blur. Serena led Kale to the training grounds, a vast open area filled with alien weapons and combat dummies. "If you claim me," she explained, "you must prove you are worthy. Survival. Strength. Wit. Humanity." Kale swallowed hard. He had never considered himself strong. Never considered himself brave. Yet here he was, facing challenges that could very well cost him his life. The first test was physical. Serena moved like lightning, demonstrating a series of combat maneuvers. Kale tried to mimic her, stumbling, falling, and nearly breaking his wrist on the alien metal. But every time he failed, Serena corrected him, her hands brushing against his shoulders, sending shivers down his spine. There was no mercy, but there was a strange connection forming between them. Hours passed, and Kale began to notice something unexpected. Serena wasn't just a mercenary, she was intelligent, curious, even a little playful in her own way. And every time she looked at him, he felt exposed, not physically, but emotionally. By evening, Kale's body ached, his muscles screamed, and yet he couldn't stop. Serena had instructed him to meditate in the alien style, aligning mind and body. As he closed his eyes, he felt her presence near him, warm and commanding. "You are different from the others," she said softly. "Most humans would have fled, or begged. You stayed. That is unusual." Kale opened his eyes, startled. I didn't know what else to do," he admitted. "I'm not a fighter like you. I'm just me." Serena studied him. For a moment, Kale thought she might laugh, or scold him. But instead, she smiled faintly, a smile that made his chest tighten. The next day brought the final challenge. Kale and Serena were forced to face a rogue security droid, malfunctioning and heavily armed. Kale's heart raced as the droid's sensors locked onto them. Serena moved first, dodging with grace, slashing at the droid's limbs. Kale froze for a second, then remembered her words: survival. Strength. Wit. Humanity. With no plan, he grabbed a discarded energy rod and ran at the droid, distracting it just long enough for Serena to disable it completely. The droid's systems went dark with a metallic hiss. Kale fell to the ground, gasping for breath. Serena extended a hand to help him up. "You have survived, and that is only part of claiming me," she said. Her voice was softer now, almost intimate. Kale's heart thudded. Claiming, what does it really mean? Serena hesitated, then spoke quietly. It means you have seen me as I am. Vulnerable. Human in some ways. Most people never get this close. Most humans cannot endure what I endure. You did. And now, our fates are linked, whether you like it or not. Over the following weeks, Kale and Serena trained together, ate together, and shared quiet moments in the station's empty observation decks. Kale discovered layers of Serena he never expected: a sense of humor, a love for strange Earth music she had learned from intercepted broadcasts, and a loyalty that ran deeper than any human he had known. And Serena discovered Kale's resilience, his empathy, and his courage, not from his physical strength, but from the way he faced the impossible without losing himself. Yet danger always lurked. Rival mercenaries, rogue AI patrols, and the ever-present tension of the space station reminded them that claiming each other was not just a personal matter, it was political, social, and deadly. One evening, as they watched a distant star explode in the void, Serena spoke quietly. You know, I never believed a human could be trusted with something so intimate. Yet here you are. Alive. Standing. Still, human. Kale smiled faintly. I guess I accidentally proved myself. Serena's violet eyes glimmered. Accident or not, accidents sometimes reveal truths. About the universe, and about hearts. In the weeks that followed, Kale's life changed in ways he could never have imagined. He had gone to the station to deliver supplies, to walk a routine corridor. Instead, he had stumbled into destiny, into a connection that was equal parts terrifying, exhilarating, and life-changing. The station's whispers changed too. No one dared to joke about Serena's temper around humans anymore. Kale had survived her tests, and in doing so, had become more than just a human visitor. He had become part of something larger, a bond that neither time nor space could easily sever. Serena, once a lone mercenary feared by all, now walked beside him. And every time Kale caught her gaze, he saw not only the alien warrior, but someone who had chosen to trust him. The universe was vast. Dangerous. Unpredictable. But for the first time, Kale felt not afraid. Because he was claimed. And in a strange, unspoken way, he claimed her back.